listening to, watching, hearing, smelling, tasting, and feeling sex, drugs, and skincare. Like and subscribe. Welcome back to Sex, Drugs, and Skincare. I am your host, Nikki Davis Jr., and I am a stand-up... Oh, you're getting ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
Stand-up esthetician, licensed comedian.
Okay, good.
Yeah?
Well, yeah, I'm glad. That was nice.
Yeah?
Every week I like to make sure that you say it. Not in a specific way, just that you say it. It's like, oh, okay, thank you.
I don't know why I'm always expecting a different reaction from you.
I don't know why either, but I think that's good. I like how you said, and I'm your host.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. I like your host.
Yeah, I am your host. And this is your co-host.
Mm-hmm.
Your co-host.
Mind your co-host.
Yeah, this is Sandro Yocolano.
Mm-hmm. Every week you introduce me and I'm relieved. So
Why?
I'm like, yes, okay, good. I'm here. I'm at the right place. Yeah. It's like, like when somebody's like, hey, could you deliver something at somebody's place and they give you the code and you're like, am I at the right address?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, oh, am I at the right address? And then I think about that afterwards, even though the code that they gave me for the door opens the door.
Oh, right.
And I'm like, oh, am I still at the right address? So as long as I'm here and you know my name, we're good to go.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen your credentials.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
It's disgusting. You say that
I had him open his mouth and saw your credentials.
My credentials?
Yeah.
You're so stupid.
I know. Today's topic, I just want to throw it out there first. In case you're wondering what the topic is for today, we'll say it now. We're going to continue to talk, and then we're going to bring out our fabulous guest.
Mm-hmm.
But our topic today is skincare for kids and for teens. What is actually necessary?
Okay.
I get this question a lot.
How do I stop my kid from talking about his stupid face? That's the question people usually say, right?
That's not what they say, but
what do people typically ask you?
And
like while they're getting work done on themselves, they'll be like, by the way, is there anything I can do for my child's oily skin?
Yeah, they'll be like my son. Like when Katie came in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Her kid's like 11.
She said
she
said that
the things of life.
Atticus got he was getting his first breakout, and what did I recommend? And I had to think about it for a second. I mean, I know what I would recommend if it were somebody I knew, but then I was like, well, maybe I should do some more research since I don't generally work on
hypotheticals.
Yeah. I generally don't work on hypothetical people. Yeah.
Do you ever just go sometimes you want to tell somebody and be like, well, you could do this, be like, I would just start with water. Just start with just water. Just put some water on it. And then when you get to know it, you'll be like, oh, also dry the water. Like as you start to learn what to do, you relay information because you don't want to, you're liable for this kind of stuff.
That's absolutely the truth. Yeah, I got to be careful.
Rub your face on steel belted radial tires, and then if it doesn't work, all the people spend all this money on tires, and they've been rubbing their faces on them. It doesn't do anything, and then you're just held liable. Costs money to install tires. So, anyways, these are all just examples of what you were saying.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Those were so relevant too. I really like that.
You know what they say? Open your mouth and
things will come
out. Say what's there. Yeah.
Well, you look really nice. I wanted to tell you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Sandro's got his positive energy shirt on, his Brody Stevens, and it just happens to blend in with his pajama pants and the rest of the decor here. Yeah.
I thought about, I was wearing the shirt earlier and I started laughing because sometimes I'll forget that I'm wearing it. And I'll be in a bad mood. And then I'll just be like, no, when people around me or whatever, I'm like, oh, thanks for cutting me off, and I'll have this shirt on.
Says positive energy.
And it's like, oh man, I can't do that.
Well, maybe it's one of those things where when you put the word on the outside of a glass of water, it will help to change the insides.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It's written over here.
You are water. We're 80% water, something like that.
I used to watch Bruce Lee movies.
Huh?
Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
He says, drink water. That was his thing.
He does?
Be like the water you drink.
No, he didn't.
No, he said be like water.
Oh, be like water.
Yeah,
right, all right. Okay, right. Yeah, we are water.
Be water.
Be water?
Be water. He was talking about specifically, I think, if you want to be cool.
Yeah, no resistance.
No resistance.
Wet all the time.
Exactly. Evaporate into the sky. Come back later on some other time.
Hard to find in California.
Had to find in California. Totally needed in the desert. And it comes out of your pores. Be water.
Be water.
Do everything.
They should have a brand called Be Water.
Yeah, they should.
And they can make it cute, like a little green label and put a bee on it.
I think now we're talking about ideas. I think this is really where we start to cook.
Sorry,
this
I just had some Coke.
Are you drinking soda again? That's what you are. I'm like, I got a Mountain Dew. It's so funny. Whenever I see an adult drinking Mountain Dew, something's up. It's like, what are you addicted to?
What city in Arkansas are you from?
Yeah, what city in Arkansas? Why do you have to give so much money to your dentist? And what are you addicted to?
Yeah, well, Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew. And something else too, because like Mountain Dew is just, I think I'd rather have a beer at 9 a.m. than a Mountain Dew. It's like the Mountain Dew is like, it's too early. It's too sweet.
I used to drink those. I would have the diet ones though.
I would do the same thing. I'd have Diet Mountain Dew and then I would have Trail Mix. And I was like, man, I'm losing weight. I'm like, yeah, of course. I'm not eating enough calories.
Yeah.
And it's just terrible for my body.
It's a diet adrenaline rush.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is diet adrenaline.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mountain Dew's not good for you.
I don't think so. And if we're not sponsored by Mountain Dew, so.
No, this whole everything from the beginning of us talking, except for hi, I'm Nikki Davis Jr., is going to be bleeped out.
I feel bad because our guest actually hasn't quite arrived yet, and usually he's sitting on the couch, admiring us for our witty banter and for how well we work together.
Absolutely. So, but the crazy thing is that we're going to do this, and then when he gets here, we're going to have to say his name again.
Yeah.
To introduce him.
Yeah, we will.
So behind the scenes stuff that people don't get to know.
It could be anybody. What if we just did these intros? Like,
we're just waiting for somebody to show up. We have no idea who's coming. They didn't book anyone.
Are you playing with my fingers?
I'm just touching your hand because I don't know. I have fidgets. I need to fidget with something.
I'll give you something.
Your fingers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're disgusting.
I know.
I can't believe you and my credentials. Yeah. So why do kids ask you questions about their face?
Kids don't ask me questions. Parents do.
Okay.
Because the kids don't ask questions. They don't know what they're doing. Yeah. And their bodies are changing. And, there's certain things you don't want to put on younger skin.
Right.
So we'll get into a lot of that stuff.
I totally get it. I think it's about time we bring out the guests.
Okay. Yeah.
I think so. Because I feel like, it might be good timing because I think the guest just walked in.
Hey, guest.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You can bring him out. He's looking at us now through a fishbowl.
Come on in.
Yeah.
You just missed our witty banter.
Our guest.
Hi.
Our guest today is Dave Neal, a very talented comedian and person who wrote down credits for. I don't remember what he.
Yeah.
said. See, he doesn't need credits. That's how incredible he is. He doesn't need credits.
You're actually going to switch in a second.
Oh, this is so amazing.
Yeah, you're going to be over here on the even fancier blankets.
I was listening to the room next door, and it was like a couple guys talking. And I was like, "That's not it." I was like looking through the. I was like looking through the mail thing.
Oh my god!
And then I was like, "Oh, there's another door."
Who's that guy?
Yeah.
Creeping on us.
It's always fun, by the way, to say mail slot. Because it's like, what is this, West Hollywood? Because obviously, there's a lot of mail slots in this town.
Yeah.
Because people,
they like to have their
they
mail
like their post office
inside the house.
Their post office,
No,
man.
that's
this
good,
is not getting
babe.
any. This is not getting any butter.
Any funnier?
Okay, so our next guest, because you're the guest of this episode.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I know the guest. You know the guest.
I've been on his podcast. You still have your podcast?
I've got a new one that you haven't been on.
Oh, well, tell it to just Oh.
I know. I was
you can put the stuff in the dryer now, babe.
I was letting the dryer's done.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I was just letting you know that it's
Thank you.
2 minutes till top of the hour.
Let me turn mine off too. Okay. Cool. So I don't really know what to say about you. He's super funny. You're not on camera yet, so this is just your voice that they're hearing currently. I like your sneakers. He's wearing cute turquoise New Balance.
Really.
Yeah, I go with that side of the
illustrate
couch.
this.
I look nice with that.
Yeah. Exactly. I put the didn't I?
Yeah, you put the blanket here specifically. You're like, he's gonna have cool shoes on.
I said the colors will probably look good with him. I don't know why, but over
Yeah.
there, and it is going to look real nice.
I think you're
So
right.
if you're listening and not watching, make sure you tune in and on the YouTube channel.
That's a great way to get people to tune in.
Right?
Just all visuals the whole episode.
You won't know what I'm saying.
Look at this guy's nose. Like, I gotta see it. We've all been there. We're like, all right, I'm going to YouTube. What are they talking about?
Yeah, be like, I swore off watching things, but today I'm going to do it. I'm going to turn on the television. Sometimes I'll like watch YouTube videos and I'll turn the brightness all the way down just so I can be a purist, Like I'll pretend like it's just like an old radio show. And someone's like, and now you're going to want to open up the, they give you specific directions because you have to look at stuff. I don't do it. I just listen and I just hope for the best.
Well, speaking of listening and hoping for the best,
okay,
we're going to bring out our guest now.
That's a great segue. That is the best.
I am the master, the mistress of segues. And not just one, because never mind. Rode one
you
here.
wore a Segway? Oh my God.
Sorry. I did have a hit off of the vape.
And boy, are my airplanes grounded.
So yeah, coming to the couch right now. We're so excited to have him. He's just in town for like, a few days?
I'm out tonight.
You're out tonight.
Yeah.
He's out on a red eye. So we're so lucky to have you.
Pleasure to be here.
All right. Well, let's introduce him right now. I'm going to say your name and then you're going to switch, but
Great.
Dave Neal.
Yes.
Hi.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy you got here.
I've done these like other non-comedy podcasts, and like just to be with comics is like coming as it feels like I'm at home.
What kind of non-comedy podcast would you
like
agree
pop
to?
culture stuff, but just like things that are just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you care about, sometimes you don't.
Like what's something you didn't care about?
I don't know, like Meghan Markle's new show.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Not in a bad way. My wife loved it. Anything that my wife loves,
yeah.
I love. She loves Harry Potter. I now know what I can do if she needs something. Harry Potter.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Oh, honey, they have Harry Potter. Yay. Like, I love when so she likes the new Meghan Markle show. Great.
Yeah.
She loves period piece shows, like the ones that I can't stand. Awesome. When I'm out at a show, that's your like,
oh yeah, that's the best.
I think of the same thing. I'm usually like when I'm out, like go somewhere, I'm like, it's nice to know that my girlfriend is home watching terrible, awful television that I would just vomit.
Watching 14 seasons of Love is Blind.
Yeah. She likes it. Yeah. It's just, it's just mindless stuff that you kind of, and you can kind of play with your head,
I'm good at entertaining myself.
Yeah. I'd rather than thinking you're at home just, eating popcorn, watching Forensic Files, because that's a bit much.
The popcorn?
The popcorn. Yeah. You don't want to have carbs when you're watching murder shows.
It's funny because so we moved out of here, but when we lived here, my wife would call me while she's stuck in traffic. And I'm like, now you're making me be stuck in traffic. I can't avoid the guy you see when you get home. Like, save it.
Yeah.
Go call someone else.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Funny. The traffic's bad. Like, yeah. But now so we had a baby in May. We moved to Nashville 14 months ago. Nice. When we got there, she hasn't put gas in her car yet. Since we've been there.
No way.
That's how little she's just like, she's at home, she's chilling, she's happy, she's watching the baby. If we go somewhere, we go with my car and then her car. And then every 2 months we try to start it and it's dead. And we charge it. And then who knows, maybe the gas tank's rotting, but it's just like such a different lifestyle from the LA rat race.
Were you constantly just jumping in your car and going somewhere? Yeah.
Now she's just at home and loving it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. To be happy at home. Oh, no, please. What are you interrupting me for? Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. So anyways, where was I? Skincare has been a huge part of my life. And I can't. Well, you take over, Nikki. I feel like I'm always talking. You go ahead.
I like that he's like behind you here.
Yeah, that's right.
Talk through Nikki
he always has been behind me.
There's a hierarchy here.
Yeah.
Anyways, so this is only your first baby, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because it feels like she was pregnant for like 2 years.
It goes by, it's so fast and it's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Every day is an eternity with a baby.
Oh my God.
And I mean, and not in a bad way. Like they get you with the hormones, like she does the oxytocin through breastfeeding and I do it through play. So he just comes to me, he looks at me and you can just look at, and he's 10 months old, but he's like, yeah. And then I just start throwing and he just knows. God. And then I have my like studio. It's about the same size in my house, my like podcast studio. And it's got 2 doors that open up, but they're on like magnets. So they make this very distinct like noise when I open up. So every time I open up, he just like pops up like a prairie dog. We good? So but if I leave and I'm not done yet, he doesn't get it. And I'm like, no, almost. He's like, ah.
That's so cute.
I mean, you should not have a baby to be happy. Like we were happy before. Some people are like, oh, it changes you. It should not be like the main course. It's like, you know what I mean? Like you got to continue living your life and all of that. But boy, is it like a different level of joy.
Also, don't make the main course. Don't eat the baby.
Yeah. No,
you're going to have it.
You want to.
Have a side of baby.
A baby isn't a moose bouche, but
it is the moose. Yeah.
He bites he bit my nose.
He did?
And he's got 1.5 teeth and they are the sharpest. One's bigger than the other one, but the other one's like right at the gum line, so you don't know what's there. And it like gets you.
Oh my God.
And then he just comes in.
Got that secret tooth.
Oh
my God.
Yeah. And then
like the brass knuckles.
My wife will be like, all of a sudden breastfeeding, then it just screams. And it's like,
my God.
Yeah, chill out, man.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, it's something. But it's like, insane. Like it's insane. You know, if I say this all the time, and I don't know if people know this, but if he's like malnourished in a certain way, his saliva communicates to her through the nipple to redistribute new formula. And then she makes a version that's better. If someone coughs near her, she'll then produce some of like the antibodies needed for him.
Whoa.
It's like, and I'm like, what? And I'm like Googling it, and it's like, yeah. And I tell this, and other people are like, huh? And I'm like, yeah, it's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so it can, a little deficient in this, and it just changes it. The nighttime breast milk. So like if you're saving breast milk, you got to like write what time of day it is, because God forbid you give some morning breast milk to him at night. It's like an espresso shot because it's different. It's a different batter.
I wouldn't have even thought of that.
But it's and again, easy on me because it's not my body who's getting like yapped on all day.
Yeah.
But she's breastfed this whole time. So we've only fed him a bottle like several times. Oh. So there's no like cleaning. It's actually the easiest thing in the world because we're traveling. It's like whip the tit, feed.
Yeah. Whip the tit.
Yeah. And I understand really like some people, it doesn't happen that way, but you're like, it's like trying to start an old car for the first time because like, it's like day one, is the milk going to come?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Right.
And then it's that colostrum, which they call like liquid gold, which is like all like pharmaceuticals.
Did you take a hit?
No. I've tried it.
Yeah.
But like what they don't tell you is, again, apologies, but I'm learning this. Like I just assumed breast milk all comes out at one, like you pee. Yeah. It's like multiple. It's like a
sprayer.
Oh. So if he cries, she might just start leaking off of his tears.
Yeah. I wonder if like maybe there was a time when like that was like evolutionary, where there was a time when women had multiple babies and they would just like squirt the breast milk in different directions in the baby's mouths because they could feed them all at the same time.
I was watching like Walking. I was watching like Walking Dead back in the day, and there was like a baby that was stranded, and one lady, the older lady, gave the baby her boob and ended up breastfeeding it. I was like, no, and I googled it, and if you've already breastfed before, you're way more likely to be able to breastfeed any other baby.
Oh wow!
If you haven't breastfed, it still could happen.
It's like sending a signal.
It's crazy.
That's insane.
Even if you're a zombie.
I guess I don't know. But it's like that's that communal life we were supposed to be a part of, where you could like, you lose someone in the and then here, and then it just keeps it going.
That's fascinating. Yeah,
crazy.
It's true.
Crazy.
Your brain just all these like signals give off. You know, like we watch The Office from time to time. You know, with millions of times. When he's like, if a woman hears a baby cry, then like that makes sense. That like they start to produce milk because the kid could be hungry.
Mm-hmm. And that's why they say that cats make that noise. Because it replicates a baby crying.
Oh wow.
Well, that makes a lot of
stupid
sense.
Cats, right?
Yeah, I know. They don't know what the hell they're doing.
They're just like, all right, that worked for them.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Yeah.
It's wild, and it's like I don't have those tools. I got to like step up my game. Like the first few months, you're useless. I'm just feeding her. She's like the fireplace, and I'm just feeding her food, and she's just harvesting this fire, and that's so your job is just to try to provide and keep everything going.
Keep putting coal in.
Keep the poop flowing.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That actually brings us to. Were you saying something? Interrupting me again?
No.
Jesus
I like where
Christ.
you're going with this.
That also brings us to today's topic because of the stuff that you're feeding now, Dave. The stuff you're feeding your baby now, you could be fucking her up, man. You've been messing. I'm just kidding. You've been messing up her life, dude. No. So, Nikki, quick question for you.
Yeah.
Skincare for kids and teens. What's actually necessary?
I don't know. And I picked this topic because you were coming today.
My son's very pale, so we use a bronzer just to.
Dude.
You gotta. We haven't brought him outside much because it was so hot in Tennessee when he was born.
Oh my God.
And they can't be above 90 degrees weather. So it was like so hot that you don't want to, you got to slather them in sunblock. Right. But now they do like the full safari, hat in the pool with like the shirt and the SPF. Yeah. Cause I mean, imagine it's hard enough, but imagine like you don't recognize till it's too late. It's one thing if you get sunburn, a kid, a baby, you're not sleeping that night or several.
Oh my God.
I mean?
No, that's awful.
And you learn like early on, he's like crying one night and we don't know what it is. And you can feel like he's gassy or whatever. And you're like, you got to fart. You got to get this fart out of him. And it's like a big deal. And then he farts and you're high-fiving because now you're going to go back to bed. It's like a big
win for everybody.
He has these little moments that you're just like, we've never done this before. We've contextualized like this experience, but now we're in it.
Wow. And
we're kind of like older for like parents, and all of Nashville's young. People our age have their teens are already out of the house because it's like, they all, these little Christian babies when they're 18 or whatever. And so we're just like old. Whoa. Some guy even like like I was talking to some guy, some like Super Bowl party, and he's like, yeah, like he said parents your age, referring to me because he was like a parent and he's 25, and I was like, oh fuck you. Like he like was like, yeah, your generation.
Age.
Like,
Oh my God. Yeah.
I didn't realize I was that
That
guy.
hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the humidity, dude. The East Coast humidity, and you got to be careful with people. They're stupid. I mean, not stupid. You're smarter than them, Dave.
Yeah.
That's it.
You say, I'll just nod.
Yeah.
Now, you know what it is? It's like when you live in a creative town, it sounds like so like condescending, but every single person you meet has a pilot idea, has a thing, has an act, has a side act.
Rideshare driver.
Yeah. But there it's like my local neighborhood has a 4-way stop sign that's super bad traffic at 4:45 to 5:15, and it bums me out to think that everyone's just moving at the same time, and then maybe they're all taking their lunch at the same time, and it's like, good God. So you talk to some people, and it's like, and then everything's just like, I can't get a hold of the bank after 4. It's like everything's just mailing it in, and I'm like, are we waiting till we die, or are we gonna go like do something?
Maybe you should move back.
Considering it.
Really?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we moved there because we could buy a home.
Yeah.
And we were going to have a baby, and we lived in this duplex in East LA. You came to my old studio, right? But this was like and I was like, I can't have a baby crying. Like just that feeling of like, got to be quiet because there's,
right.
I was like, we need a place. And then we looked in Nashville, and it's like, you can get 5 times the size and all these things. And it's near the airport. And I did a gig there. I did like Zanies, and I was like, oh, there's a cool scene there. So like I'm pretty much getting as much stand-up stage time as before. A little bit of a different crowd. Just a little bit different, but it's been a good experience.
That's great.
For now.
Yeah, it's nice. I've heard nice things about it. I don't know if I want to live there, but
yeah. But it's also no state income tax. So like you get these Theo Vaughns that are living there like balling out.
Yeah, man.
They're saving hundreds of thousands a year.
Yeah.
Dude, I had no idea his first name is Theodore.
Vaughn something.
No, I don't think it is actually.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Bill. Hey, Nikki, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about skincare for kids. And Dave did address some of the stuff about baby stuff. That sounded weird.
Dave addressed some about baby stuff.
But breast milk is good for the skin too.
Is it
if it goes bad,
it?
like if it goes bad, like you can only have it in the fridge for 24 hours. Or if you freeze it, and you can still throw. If he's got like a little eczema, you can throw it in the bath.
Oh.
You can literally rub it on.
That's
skin.
amazing. Yeah.
I mean, or your skin too. Like if there's just some laying around, it's just crow's feet.
Oh, I love that because I have a little rash on my shoulder. You should have brought him. Yeah, that would have been nice. Well, people often ask, like, when do kids actually need to start using skincare? So we'll start by age groups. So we're going to run through our little our content here. Babies and toddlers 0 to 5. Do they need skincare? Not really.
It's just sunblock.
And I put a little extra thing. Most people overuse products with babies. And I wanted to do, because people say, use sunblock. The chemical sunblock for me is kind of an issue, especially when you have a brand new baby. Yeah. Their skin takes in everything. So I wanted to put some alternatives to, just like putting like, copper tone.
Love it.
Or, whatever. So like using like wide brim hats is great, which you had mentioned that he what's his name?
August.
Oh, I love that. And
it's when we procreated.
What's that?
If you want to do the math. It's the month we procreated.
Oh.
Yeah. Real original stuff.
Yeah.
Your procreation? That's cool,
man. We carbon dated it back to August. July sounded weird. I did the math. My mom did the math. She was like, is that what? I said, Mom, stop.
Oh my God. Also, lightweight clothing is really good with like a UPF rated clothing. Yes. You've probably seen those. Have you seen those before? With
we get them at Costco, the little like jumper suits they have.
And you're fair too. You should probably invest in some of that. And Tasha. Oh my God.
I knew it.
Tasha, shut up.
She's like weird. Her skin.
She is like tan.
She's like super tan. And people would be like, oh, people think she spray tans. She could literally be in the sun for 2 minutes and be like exotically tan.
Yeah. She's just like, one of those people.
Yeah,
I'm glad she didn't come. Just kidding. Seeking shade. It seems kind of obvious, but
That's a great skincare routine.
Yeah, seeking shade. That's what my mom did. Though.
Hide
My
it.
mom kept me. My mom would not let me go in the sun and play with the other
Those
kids.
Koreans have the umbrellas they use.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If my mom had known about that, she would have done that. But instead, she put me in the corner where no sun was, and then I would have to put like the white sunblock on my face. But I'm glad now.
That never comes out, right? That sunblock
Yeah,
is so thick.
it's just like
The
it's really
zinc?
hard to
Is that the
get-
one?
the zinc oxide. Yeah.
Mhm. How much DEET is in?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, geez. Well, now you get one like Facebook post that tells you like sunblock actually causes cancer. And you're like, what do I know?
That's
what
what
do
I'm
I
saying.
know?
I
Yeah.
know, but there are some carcinogens in, they're known carcinogens in some of these sunblocks. That's why I don't recommend them. And I will use some of them that block out the A rays if I know I'm going to be out like all day. If we're in like Rome and I decide I
Yeah.
don't want to wear a hat, but like for every day, I'll just wear a hat.
Well, so like Tom Brady says he just drinks a lot of water, and everyone made fun of him for that. And I'm like, what do I know?
Yeah.
Maybe a lot of water hydrates your cells and it doesn't bounce, I don't know.
Well, it probably helps to protect your skin. It's stronger,
But
right?
he literally says he does that to protect his skin. It's just drink a lot of water.
Well, I'm
I'm
sure
like,
there's more
that's-
to it than that, but yeah. I mean, he's also has kind of like superior genes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like your wife.
Yeah.
You guys are married, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think we are.
yeah,
we got
they-
married in Mexico, and honestly, we don't. If for $1 million, we don't have a court. We don't have like a thing that proves it.
I don't think it matters at this
Right, 'cause-
point anymore.
We're not going to talk about sex or babies or procreation if you're not married. If you're not married,
Yeah,
get the
no,
hell
we
out
don't
of
like
here.
to talk about it. Yeah.
We waited. We waited till we got married before sex.
I like it. Thank God. Literally.
So mineral sunscreen is I'm a big fan of that. Zinc oxide and titanium dioxide based sunblocks are really good, but the non-nano. Okay, so that's a new thing. There was like nanotechnology for a while, and everybody was using nano.
Now we're no nano.
Yeah, now we're no nano because nano goes. I think it like penetrates your skin, and you don't want it.
Just right.
I know
Just-
it's so
and
much.
sunblock is so expensive now.
It's so
I get it at
expensive.
TJ Maxx, and I'm like, this is probably expired because they sell like the irregular everything. But if you go to like a CVS and try to get a thing of sunblock, the orange stuff, it's not going to be under $14.99.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
what?
Yeah, that's
So I'm
that's the
using
cheap
it
stuff.
like I'll probably get skin cancer because I'm being cheap with it.
Just get a shirt.
And then
Get
like someone has to borrow it, and you're like,
What you do is you get half a
Venmo
bottle.
request.
$5.
Yeah, you get half a bottle, or maybe like a third of a bottle. Squeeze it into a spray bottle with some water, and then just put it on yourself. Stretch it out like over a couple of years.
I don't think.
You
I
know,
don't think
just
it'll
spray-
mix
how
with the
many
water.
guys have been with their buddies and you're like too afraid to ask someone to put sunblock on your hand?
That's
Like, I'd
so
rather
funny.
burn to death than feel a little bit of a sensation from your
Yeah.
hands.
Or be seen feeling a sensation
Yeah.
from your hands. That's like your joke about the lower. I'll never forget
Oh,
that.
yeah, good. The
that,
lower
like,
back.
Lower back. Yeah, it's like tell him.
I was like, geez, how does it go? I was like, it's about how like women are better at taking group photos, and like I'm bad at group photos. I put my hand on the small of this guy's back, and it was like a gay friend, and he goes, "Don't be a fag." And I'm like, "All right." I was like, man, yeah, we don't know how to hold.
yeah, it's not. It's awkward.
So
right?
Yeah,
like
it
in
is.
photos,
You
we're
look
all like,
uncomfortable right now, babe.
Yeah, I'm thinking about hugging guys, and I'm like, whoa. I grew up kissing men, so it's fine.
I missed the check-in for the Southwest flight. You got to check in 24 hours before, and I missed it by a lot. This morning I was like, shit.
Oh.
So I'm going to be sitting middle next to, like, my flight here was next to this Samoan dude. And I already said this to someone else. The moment, like, if you're ever like on the subway in New York, the moment you just like get over it and just melt into the other person,
Yep.
it's
And
not
you're
bad.
just yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah, yeah,
Everybody else is probably doing that,
Yeah.
right? But
You
we're
just
from
gotta, like, lean on
California and we
each-
like our space.
Yeah. You need it. But there's like the people that are afraid of that need that more than anybody.
Yeah.
That's like,
Oh, you're just tensed
melt
up.
into somebody.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
Samoans are nice people. They're very warm
Yeah.
and physically and also like emotionally.
Great skin.
Mhm.
Great skin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great
Yeah.
skin.
So natural oils is another one. Then I was using this for a while. Remember, I was using raspberry seed
Mhm.
oil,
Yeah.
and that's really good for protecting from. It's a full spectrum sunscreen, sunblock. I don't know exactly how
Wow.
long you can be in the sun. But when the SPF usually it corresponds to the amount of time that you're allowed to be in the sun, which applies to the B rays, which most people don't know. So if you're just because your SPF is 100. Doesn't mean you should be out in the sun longer because you're still being exposed to the rays that are they're not burning you, but they're getting through the UVA rays are coming at you.
It buys It's buying you some time.
It's buying you some time to not get blisters on the surface, but you are aging your skin underneath.
Oh.
Because the A rays can penetrate your skin and change your whole DNA, like of your skin, like the skin cells and everything.
I don't know any of these. Coconut oil is an SPF 4.
Is that right?
Yes.
I knew it was some.
I did this as a joke. I don't make any beauty routines, like whatever, but I do put on my own oils.
Yeah.
And I made a TikTok or an Instagram video where I used castor oil, coconut oil, and I used like some like masculine. It was like sandalwood, but it like smelled nice. So I was like, put that in there.
Yeah.
And I did a few things. I made a quick video. I was like, this is what I do. Oh, the other thing I had is hyaluronic acid.
Oh, wow.
So I had that from our dog who has since passed. He was like 14, but we had hyaluronic acid for him because it's good for their joints.
Right.
It's the same stuff. So you can buy vet grade hyaluronic acid, which is super expensive when you buy the human version.
Yeah.
It's like not expensive for and I put it all together and I was like, that's what I use. This video took off. It got like 8 million views. And it was at the time when Instagram was paying a bonus. So I made like $1,500 kind of messing around. All these dermatologists is like, this guy's out of his mind. but then other people were like, actually, it's a pretty good mix. Because I kind of just like squirted it all into it. And I still use it. I had rosehip seed oil. That's a really good one.
Yeah. It's
rosehip
a good it's a,
it'll stain your stuff. Like if you put it at night, it's like you got to go like kind of light with it because it will like dye, like not permanently, but it'll like discolor your little orangey.
Yeah.
But it's like really good stuff.
A lot of them too, you have to make sure if you use like another oil with it. Some of the more, I guess I don't say
like
volatile.
A base, like
like a jojoba oil or something
that was
like
in
that.
It too. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That was the base, like a vitamin E.
The castor oil and the vitamin E though is locking in the hyaluronic acid, and because most people they put on the hyaluronic acid and then they're like, oh, my skin's dried out. It's because it's pulled out the moisture instead of you got to lock it on. So what you did was perfect.
And castor oil, it's super thick. I'll use it on my hair. I use it on my hair.
It's great for your hair.
I mix that in with like coconut, like thinner, like vitamin E stuff because it is really thick. But it's used, stretch marks, in a bunch of other things like cramps and stuff like that. It's just like and it's cheap.
And it's
so
cheap.
They sell you all this crazy. I had this one podcast sponsor that was like $200 a bottle for this stuff.
What?
And I was like, I'm using it because they gave it to me, but I'm like, God damn, this
castor oil?
No. It was like a
just
mix
some
of
other
like
mix of oils.
Peptide bullshit.
Oh, okay, right.
And I'm like using it because it's whatever. But yeah, you could, that whole batch of things I did was like the equivalent to like $5 for a tube. Like when it was all said and done per tube, because I had like so much, because a giant jug of castor oil is like $10.
Yeah. I know. I love it. Castor oil is amazing. I mean, it's so viscous though. If I put it in my hair, it'll be in there for the next 2 years.
Totally.
Yeah. I got
you need like dishwashing detergent.
Yeah. The kind that they scrub the ducks.
That's what they use for like the, what's it, Cameron Diaz and she had the jizz in her hair.
Yeah.
Oh
my
That's
God.
the type of shit they had to use for that.
What is that stuff called? It's blue, right? No. Oh no, that was hair gel. You're thinking of hair.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was thinking of the Dawn. Is it?
Yeah.
That's the dish soap.
That's the dish soap that you have to use to get the castor oil out of
hair. You use it if like a duck has oil on its back.
Yeah.
That's what you use it for. Use it to clean animals.
It's like water on a
we used to do background work on Boardwalk Empire, and they would slick your hair back so much because it was like 1920s or 30s, and then they would just send you home. And I'm not kidding. You'd wake up like stuck to your pillow, and they were like, "Yeah, you got to use Dawn to get this stuff out." It's like that. Just
it is.
But it looks good. That's like that Mad Men.
It's shiny and it looks nice. It's probably kind of good for your scalp. You might have broken out too if you leave it on too long. Yeah. All right, what else we got? So carrot seed oil is really good. They say it's not a replacement for sunscreen, but an extra layer of protection. If you're just going to be out for a few minutes, I think that's fine. If you're going to be out all day, I wouldn't subject a baby to putting that's just me. A lot of heavy duty chemical sunscreens on them.
But what if people want to put heavy duty chemical sunscreens on babies? You said that's just you.
Yeah.
But other people might like putting chemicals on babies.
I'm sure a lot of people do.
It counteracts the autism.
Yeah.
They battle each other.
That's
the vaccines and the
chemicals, the carcinogens.
The nanotechnology.
Yeah.
They battle at the skin level.
So it's a fine line. It's a delicate dance, really.
Yes. Okay, so then there's also diet that, foods that you eat can actually help you be more resistant to the sun. Drinking green tea is one of those things.
Wow.
They didn't even put that on here. Tomatoes, watermelon. Watermelon is also really good for hydrating your skin. Leafy greens, and it helps your skin to recover from some of the sun exposure that you've had. So that's for kids. So if you can get them to eat that, I'm sure you're doing good. Young kids, 6 to 10. So this is coming up for you later.
That's the problem age, because they start running off. They're like squirming out of the thing when they're trying to.
Yeah.
That's like when they're starting to get strong.
You can't pin them down as easily. So
that's why the spray exists, because they're like running away.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And that's the expensive stuff.
Yeah,
you see people willy-nilly spraying, it's like, geez, humble brag.
So just, you don't need a lot. Gentle cleanser. This is pretty much what I say for most. Gentle cleanser. If their skin is dry, if they have eczema, there's other things you can do, but you always want to put a little barrier of something, depending on what kind of eczema it is, because some of the like the fungal infections with eczema can actually eat some of the oils and makes it worse. And
I found that like coconut and like candida, like yeast, kind of like what actually
the Malassezia yeast. I think I'm saying that right.
Wow.
And it's a common one that we already have on our bodies, but if you have an autoimmune, I've had reactions to that with my I don't think I have an autoimmune disease, but just as I've gotten older, I've realized that like it's triggered by stress, and then your body starts to attack itself. Like your immune system goes, "Hey, what's that? That thing that's been on there, forever," and now it starts attacking it, and then you get like a rash or whatever.
Isn't that so wild? Like Western medicine is all things we put from the outside in to fix us, when these are all issues that come from the inside out.
It's always,
but they can't make any money off of the inside out fixes.
Yeah, they won't deal with the gut. The gut is where it's all
we'll slap some stuff on it to wait, but like we don't want to cure you.
Have you ever been into a dermatologist's office?
Yeah, I'm spending all this money on insurance, and I finally got a mole checked out, and they're like, "Yeah, come back in 2 years." I'm like, it's throbbing. Like what? I come from like the family where everyone gets their moles removed at some point. I'm like, why don't we just do this preventatively?
Yeah.
If they're all precancerous,
why don't we just... They want to do it?
Nah, she was like, they're fine. And they say, like, just wait and feel it out. I'm like, all right, okay.
Yeah.
Come back.
Or and if you did have something, they probably wouldn't be like, well, what's your diet like? What's this like? They would be like, here's a steroid cream for you to put on.
Yeah. And they do like some UV. They like get in there, they look at it all, but I'm like, yeah, it just feels like for that price, I could have gotten a massage or something.
Yeah.
You spend all this money, you're like, I think I would have been better just going to a yoga class.
Yeah, probably.
That's my health insurance plan. It's just
less pissed off.
Doctors can't bill your insurance company to like for a meditation prescription. Go meditate and just be a little more calm.
Oh, it's crazy.
I'll bill your insurance $300.
That's our doctor. So I said that's our doctor.
Oh yeah.
So moisturizer if it's needed. Where are we again? 6 to 10 years old. Daily sun protection again. They are outdoors quite a bit. So my personal opinion is to put them in something that's got like a UPF in their clothes. But just maybe on the more natural side. There are some natural sunblocks that they're mineral, they're not nano, and they're kind of expensive, but your kids are smaller, so you probably use less of it.
Less surface area.
Yeah, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
They got the rolls. You don't have to put it in the rolls.
Yeah, just go in the folds.
But he does have like, it's like those 1920s men's bathing suits that are all the way, like babies are adorable because they do wear like full body suits
like
now.
A onesie
like they figured it out. Let's just put them in the outfit and not have to. But you know what the thing is, and I mean, this is kind of sad, but they make a lot of boys' bathing suits blue. But if a baby's drowning, that's not the color you want.
No.
So my wife is like, she's reading about this. She's like, we got to get him a yellow suit. They only make girls' yellow suits. So he's got like a yellow, and it doesn't matter. But then he already was like looking kind of cute and girly. So everyone at the pool we went to was like, oh, she's so cute. It's a boy. We're wearing yellow to protect his life.
Yeah.
Make yellow a normal gender neutral color.
Did you hear that? Come on.
Yeah, there's a market there for you. Or orange. It's like,
orange,
do you want your kid to like look stylish
orange,
or not get lost in the ocean?
Yeah, the kids are way more stylish
floating
when they're
around,
alive.
blending in.
No.
It's just another extension of how men never speak about their feelings. They always just go with, no, that's just how my father did it, and they just continue to put baby blue. Man. Yeah,
so weird.
My dad did say that a lot.
He did.
He hated yellow.
All right. So sun protection for young kids was basically what we just said: mineral sunblock when you can, protective clothing. This is saying they should wear sunglasses. Would you give your baby some sunglasses?
Yeah, I mean, it's annoying.
Yeah.
You gotta like trick them with something while you put them on.
It's like a cat.
Same thing with our dog.
Yeah.
You gotta like give him a treat and then I guess the sun's different. Yeah, they're adorable with sunglasses on.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Well, I don't know what that's doing to the eyes. Like, is it good? I guess it's good. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, they don't make nice kids glasses. It's not like it's polarized.
That's true.
But they are cute.
They are cute in sunglasses.
Yeah, just me boy wearing yellow with his giant, just looks like some old secretary
like from
lady.
old Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to protect their little young eyes because you can damage the sun will damage if you're especially kids are always looking up into the sun,
staring up at the eclipse.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
When Trump did that and everyone made fun of him, I'm like, I feel like we've all been like.
Yeah, it's
haven't we all? Maybe not. But we're
really
just not
funny.
on camera doing it. So we're like, oh yeah, that's bad.
I never even thought about that. All right, so preteens, we got 10 to 13 years old. This is usually when the moms start hitting me up, like, what do I do for my kids when they're a preteen and they start getting oily skin, they're getting breakouts, sweat related stuff, and usually will show up like around the hairline. And so a lot of it's hormonal too, if they're breaking out at that age, especially with boys, well, and both of them. So you want to do another gentle cleanser, nothing harsh, and a lightweight moisturizer if they need it, sun protection, blah, blah, blah. But I think what I would say, because then they talk about hormonal, let's just. How
cruel is acne when you're a teen? As if it's not hard enough.
I didn't get it. Did you get it?
Get out. Yeah. And I found out I was chugging like pints of milk because everything was like, milk's good for you. And I was like, I love milk.
My God.
I was drinking milk just nonstop.
That's
and
so
then I'm
bad
like
for your skin.
a virgin, chubby milk zits. And then I'm like, oh, I don't need that. And then it clears up. No, it might have been hormonal too, but like.
Well, there's hormones in the milk too.
Yeah, the milk's terrible for you.
It's so bad. And it's so bad for your skin. I usually, one of the first things I tell people, and when they have like those little hardened milia under the skin, like, I'm like, are you a dairy person? And they're like, yeah. I was like, well, cut the dairy and see what happens.
Doesn't do it to me, but I think, if you have that issue, cut it all out and then see what you can do. But milk, heavy cream I drink now, but just in my coffee. But so it's not at that threshold. But I used to just chug it and then, thanks a lot, milk campaign.
I know.
Every celebrity's like, took the money. That's our version now is every celebrity that took crypto money. They all took that crypto money and then it went sideways. You're like, oh, sorry. They got the milk blood on their hands.
Milk blood. I like milk blood.
What were they doing to us?
Yeah, big milk. I don't know.
Big milk.
They're making
really
money.
big milk.
There is big
campaign
milk.
that might be the most successful campaign of all time.
Probably, and it was the most
Full
disgusting
page ads.
Lies.
They didn't even use milk, right? They just put some like paste on them.
Oh, it's so gross.
Got milk.
So suggestive.
And there I am, just a virgin. And everyone's like, oh, he's so brave. He's still a virgin. I'm like, this ain't a choice. I got acne and chugging milk.
Oh my God.
That was my skincare routine, not being invited to the cool kid party on the boat.
Yes, you didn't get, exactly. You didn't get to go outside. So I would say when people, when the kids are breaking out, that's usually when the like I said, then they're bringing something with like a gentle lower dose, like salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide. Like, they would probably recommend, you're kind of in the same age range as, actually, you guys are probably close in age. But did you have like Clearasil and stuff like that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's got that little salicylic acid, you're saying?
Yeah. I think benzoyl peroxide. Yeah. And it helps to like dry it from the inside out. And you just want to put just like a little bit on. People have a tendency to like put
Is witch hazel the same?
Witch hazel is slightly drying and it's toning and it like causes like it to sort of close up. But it's good. Yeah. It's a good way to degrease. So
do you become a skin expert through time? Because the longer you're alive, the more it's proven you got great skin, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're like 20, some Latino 20-year-old can't be like, hey, this is what I do. It's like, you're Puerto Rican.
I see it all the time.
Great.
Yeah, there's 20-year-olds giving
like, how do
advice.
you look when you're on the back end?
I'm 57.
I know, it's amazing.
Oh, so you were talking about me.
No, I'm saying, you
Oh,
personally, I'm saying it's
okay,
impressive that you can like spend all this trial and error and just know what works and like figure it out.
I like feeling confident in that. It makes me feel good.
Yeah.
When you see those like things with like Kylie Jenner or whatever, or like their billboards with their like skincare, and you're like, but you're also like super young.
You're 12.
Yeah. Some like 17-year-old being like, here's my skincare routine. It's like, all right, come at me after 3 kids.
Yeah.
Talk to me when you've seen some things.
Yeah, like the sun.
Yeah.
Like not the plastic surgeon. All right. So overexfoliation is bad for kids. It's bad for everybody, really. It will dry out your skin. So I recommend with kids, if they're having breakouts, to exfoliate with something gentle, like a scrubby kind of thing, very light, not the apricot scrub that we grew up with.
I still use that.
You do on your face?
Yeah. I go hard on it.
They used to say that it had like that little.
Everyone told me because it's got like crushed like walnut shells.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is terrible for you. And I'm like, I've done it for 20 years.
Well, your skin looks
but
fine.
Maybe men have different skin than women.
They do have different skin.
So like
sure.
I'm like men are kind of just like, just rub,
Yeah. Well, your skin looks good.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
75 years old.
Oh my God. I would never have
Turned
known.
40 in 2 months.
Are you really?
Yeah. And I'm like, let's just hold on.
You're doing great.
Hold on to the hair.
Yeah.
I'd rather take good hair than good skin.
Hell yeah.
Because you can like.
Good hair can cover a multitude of mistakes.
Yeah.
Why do you think I
I've
picked
made
this
a
one?
shitload of terrible decisions in my life.
You can tell just by your 5 o'clock shadow you have nice hair. Like your
He has
shadow's thick.
amazing hair. You can't find his scalp, and you do too.
Yeah, it's there. I mean, it's holding on. It's like either you lose it. I think for the most time, like early 20s, it starts to go or it doesn't.
Okay.
There's like you could lose it for other reasons, but now they got these hair replacement things. They're just sending these guys to Hungary, right?
What is it?
Oh, yeah. Is
Is
that
that
really?
surgery?
I think it's or Turkey, one of those countries. They have like a package. Johnny Mitchell did it. You know Johnny Mitchell?
He did?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And others, right? Yeah, they did.
Producer Mark has got his mouth agape.
Yeah, you go there, they put you in like a 5-star hotel, and the whole flight on the way back is guys, they take the hair from like the back of your head, put it up here, implant it, and then it grows back. And
But it
it's
looks
like,
weird because it always grows in like a weird direction.
not as weird as a shiny ass, empty hair.
Yeah.
And they do that.
Right.
And that's why like every like Elon Musk and even Steve Carell. I love Steve Carell. He was balding season 1
Do you
of
do the
The
same
Office.
thing?
Yeah.
I mean, he must have.
Because I know they fill it in sometimes too.
Because the
with,
only
like,
other
spray.
option
more
is
hair.
taking like pills that get rid of your boners.
Right.
There's
Yeah,
like
right.
no in between.
Isn't that crazy?
there's not.
It's not even a side effect. It's proven theory. If you can't get an erection, your hair will grow. That's how like the body works. It's like when your other senses kick in. So if I took a pill, then got in a boner, my hair would grow. It's not even a side effect. Isn't that
God
nuts?
is funny.
I was like, which one of us is going to call him out on this?
This
I
is
can't tell him.
again. This is good improv.
This is good. Yeah, we like to teach bad
No,
improv.
but men don't talk about these things.
No.
No.
But
Not
you
at
go
all.
on one of those flights. If there was a LAX to, I don't know if it's Hungary, wherever it is. It's Hungary or Turkey. It's one of those. You see the flight and you'll see the scars coming back, and then they have to like do it, and then just like tattoos, they put like a plastic. It's all and they come back like that, and people make fun of them, but it's like. Women have they'll put their nose thing on when they get their nose done or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, probably the most harmless. I mean, I don't know the specifics, but it's like $5,000 and you go do it. And they just do it cheap there.
$5,000 is cheap.
I'm just throwing numbers out. I don't know,
okay.
but like they just do it. And it's like, just like a lady who might get breast implants is going to get a bigger tip. You're going to walk into the thing and be treated a different way. That's just
Absolutely.
That's just the way people work. Tall people have a better chance of becoming a CEO.
It's true.
Because that's how we see. And then that's like some fertility thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, good hair is David Spade, I think, had something maybe. I think he
Probably.
talked about it maybe, or some of those guys did.
I think he was using a wig.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, or
Oh.
extensions or
Did you
something.
get a scalp transplant?
I don't know. Something. I feel like he talked about it maybe.
Was it head
So I
transplant?
don't want to like call him out on something if,
No.
if that's not true.
I'm not
but-
going to call him
If
ever
anyone
again.
wants to use my promo code,
Yeah.
I should have one. No, yeah, Johnny Mitchell. Yeah, and he was
Johnny
just
Mitchell, oh,
super
yeah.
pro. Like, dude, it's like you got to just own it. Like, yeah, whatever.
That's so fun. Well, he was kind of blonde, right?
Yeah, but he was like starting to go. Like you can tell.
But blondes usually go
yeah.
blondes usually go bald.
And sometimes the hair's thinner, so like
Yeah.
you can see through it a little quicker. But,
Oh yeah, totally. You can see through it.
Yeah, go spend the money.
I would do it if I was a dude. I would totally do it.
Let's go on
In
vacation.
fact, it's actually a good insurance plan to know. Like, hey, if we do lose it, we'll just go and get it done.
Yeah.
I'm the same way with testosterone. Like,
Do you take testosterone?
no, but I want to get my blood tested like this year so I can see where it's at,
Uh-huh.
and then just try to replace it to the normal level. I don't want to be like,
Yeah.
but my fear with that is, do you then start taking it and then shit starts to go weird in other places?
Right.
You know,
See,
like,
that's what we were talking about with Sandra was saying.
Yeah.
Like, you can lose hair if you take too much of that too, right?
every one of my friends growing up, like in like my college buddies that like this, my one buddy, he had like hairy, everything was hairy, but he was bald on top. And I'm like, it was just like, I feel like he overproduced and then it didn't stay.
I think,
And I never had hair, but I got a full head of hair.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't have like chest hair. Like I'm not a hairy guy. Maybe this is just like anecdotal, but
I think it's like a different testosterone, like DHT, or if I'm not making that up, something like that.
DHT, DHEA.
but those like Bert
no.
Kreischer, like that whole community started doing it.
Who?
At Bert
Kreischer?
because they're like, yeah, they're at that age where it's like, yeah, you're gonna just all the benefits are just improved energy level. He's just taking you to your younger age
Right.
if you don't overdo it.
If you don't overdo it,
You know,
yeah.
so like finding out what that number is.
Did it affect his belly at all?
I don't know.
I mean, it's supposed to like help
He's
you burn
jacked
fat.
now.
Is he? What?
He's a very strong.
Oh, I've not
He's
seen
like
him.
benching like 350.
Oh my
That's
God.
insane.
Wow.
He's a spokesperson for it. That's just
Okay.
like a dude who's like past his prime. He like shoots the ass and then he's like ready to go.
Dude, get your teeth
But he's
tested.
got a lot of visceral fat. You know, that's a bad thing.
Does he still?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he drinks a ton and all that. Like
Oh
that's,
yeah.
yeah.
Because all that goes here.
But he's also probably a bad example of like because it works for him. Like he's still kind of like an energetically.
Yeah.
He's like a beast.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this whole trip I had zero alcohol. Like I don't even drink anymore.
Yeah, we don't.
Because it's just because I can't get up. Like
Yeah.
I'm busy.
Mhm.
I'm Diet Cokes and coffees. You know.
No, I
So
can't
it's like
be
not like
hungover.
a thing. It's just like I got to work.
Yeah. You did. He was mentioning earlier. You've done 11 podcasts since you got here.
Yeah. So I do 2 a day my own, and then I did 5 other people's podcasts.
Oh my God.
Like I went, right off the plane, Huntington Beach to Burbank to Marina. It was just like not a good schedule.
Wow.
But I came to do Juicy Scoop, which is really big in my niche. They're like 20 times my size. And sure enough, the morning after I did it, my sister texted me like, dude, everyone's telling me you're on this show. So it's just like, it's good. It's good to, like, I was like, it's worth coming to go.
Yeah.
And then once I booked that, I was like, I think you saw that I was in town and absolutely. It's like,
I didn't even know you told me because I had asked you to be on the show a
Oh,
long
that's right.
time
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, yeah.
And you contacted
And I was like, I'm
me.
not in town and I hate to zoom in because it's just.
If you don't have to, yeah, it's way better.
And then I had no plan to be here till like 3 days before my flight. And I was like, I booked a last minute flight and just booked a few things.
And
so,
we get the last is the best.
Best for last.
Yeah, save the best for
sure.
last. All right, what do we have to go through before we're done with this thing? All right, so makeup, makeup and skincare, how to prevent breakouts, when to see a doctor. I don't know. I don't know that we need to talk about that. Like, yeah, if you went to see a dermatologist, I guess when you have severe acne, then there's more like what's the word? Like just more serious treatments, but
Accutane.
Accutane.
Scary.
Unfortunately, it is really, really hard on
Gosh,
kids. And
really?
emotionally too. Like,
Yeah. Like Google that plus depression
yeah.
and suicide.
And suicide. Exactly.
And then you cannot be in the sun.
Hell
So
no.
it's like bad liver, just get out. But it also works wonders.
It does.
So like what's worse, depression, taking that and then enjoying life or having a chronic acne through your pivotal teen years?
I would take it for like 6 months if I had to have taken it maybe. And then if
Yeah,
I
just be
didn't,
careful,
if I
like,
made
just-
it to the end, then I would stop, hopefully. I mean, it shrinks your, it dries everything out. So it has to affect your glands too. So that's going to affect, your pituitary gland, I'm assuming is, they're all glands. Sebaceous glands, they're all glands. We're made up of glands.
And what's so sad when you're like that age, when you're 16, you know the kid that's got the issue.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, in the end, it's like kids are brutal. And maybe I'm sure they're nicer now.
No.
No, they're not.
I don't think
But
so.
my TikTok videos are like people with chronic acne.
Aw.
And then they're like, all right, we're going to take this. I'm like, subscribing because I want to see how you do.
Yeah.
I want to see progress.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's like, yeah, but it's like, well, wow. That at that level, it's like, that's crazy.
I remember in high school there was a boy and he was so sweet and nice and like you could tell he was handsome underneath, but he literally had pimples on top of his pimples. But I bet you he turned out to be like really successful in life.
Yeah.
That's
but
what I'm
he probably
hoping.
doesn't make eye contact with anybody.
Maybe
You know?
not. Yeah.
It's bad.
I know. It's really hard.
I was that way. I had like crooked teeth. My bottom teeth are still crooked, but I don't care. But my upper teeth, I care. They like grew too fast. And in college was like when Invisalign came out, and I took it and came back a different person.
Wow.
I really did. I wasn't
confident, right?
smiling. You'll see people like kind of like not smile.
Mhm.
It's just like that translates to another level.
Same,
So like
yeah.
it's not vain to take care of yourself.
Hell no.
To like want to be like to want to smile and have white teeth, and it's like that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's like that's going to improve all the doors that open for you in life
Absolutely.
to an extent.
It shows you
Everything can
care about
Yeah,
yourself.
everything can go too far, right?
Well, yeah.
You start to,
You are in Los
Yeah.
Angeles, so yeah. I'm sure you
which
could
is
walk-
also another tragedy to think that you just one little thing to fix something, and then that thing, and the next thing you know, you're just like Yeah.
It's easy to get myopic about like, oh, look at that. I could just a little this, a little
Myopic's
that.
a great word. Yeah. Because you're up close. You're not looking at the big
only
picture.
seeing the one thing.
You're trying to like fix a Monet, each little thing in it, and then you come back and it's like, ugh.
Yeah, it doesn't all work together. Now it looks like a Picasso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right, so let's see if we wrap it up here. I'm just going through my notes here. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think we pretty much covered it. So the recap is just keep it simple, basically. Age appropriate. Don't fall for the hype, I guess. You want to make sure that it's a healthy way don't. What is not healthy? Don't let your kid get super sunburned, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
The nose. That nose will get it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Playing baseball, you're just sitting in the outfield, hear up white, and then just burn.
Yeah.
Just burn. Because I'm from New England, right? And you just have that like March, just the sun hits you, and for 4 months of that, and or like the farmer's tan on one, when you're, or not farmer, the trucker tan when you're driving,
Oh, right, yeah.
which is less now because we have air conditioning, but
Yeah.
I feel like that was a thing.
Oh, that's no air conditioning.
I used to work in driving this golf carts in Santa Monica, and my left side would get roasted.
Oh my God.
Roasted, like nice. I mean, yeah, because they're open air cars, and you're just like stuck in traffic driving tourists around, just boiling.
By the way, do you know that you can get sun rays through your windshield and your windows in your car?
It's crazy.
Yeah, like not the burning ones, but the ones that will age you the fastest.
Jeez.
So I always get, even if I'm leasing a car, which I'm not, but I was before, I always get all of the windows tinted with even in the front, I get like a clear UV protector.
I got a dark tint, but I don't know. I'll have to check.
It probably has a good UV protection on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely check it out, especially if you're putting the baby in the back seat.
Yeah. We got the sticky things that,
Oh yeah.
like the UV.
Those are great.
Yeah.
They have cars now. I think it's so cool. They just have like little like shades that are built into the car doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like when
pretty
you're
dope.
like the nice town cars have those, right? And they're like the Suburbans and stuff.
Yeah,
baby's just
Dude,
like,
I don't have one, but these new minivans are insane. Like they've got like they'll like have a screen for your ETA for the kid in like a cartoon. It'll be like, they're in 13 minutes. It'll like show you a gamified when you're going to get, so they don't have to ask.
I was
like,
just going to say,
that's
how much
literally
longer?
the type of thing that someone's like, you know what? Get the whatever the Pacific, whatever it's called. Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Because it used to be like you'd get someone on cup holders. Now it's like, all right, these brats, I'm going to spend the $75,000 to get this. And it looks, and it's a minivan, but the doors open that way where when you have a kid, you're like, I'm no longer dinging up the car next to me.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. No, it's a full entertainment center too inside there, I'm sure.
We're doing like no screens for our kid.
Yeah.
So unfortunately that wouldn't help much, but I do think there's a difference between seeing a TV that tells you when you're going to get there versus interaction. Like
right.
No kid should allow a screen in their hands.
Okay,
That's
gotcha. Yeah.
crack cocaine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm not shaming people. It's just horrible. And that's what they're finding out. That's the sunblock version of do not do that.
I'm sure it triggers like dopamine issues.
It sucks
and
it out of
yeah, and serotonin. Yeah, and you just need to have puppets.
Literally
In the
puppets. They make a board with latches on it, so a kid can like dick around in the car.
Oh, I was just making that up.
No, it's true.
I love that.
Doodads. Just and new things, because you get dopamine from new things, so you got to cycle things in and out. But not too much all at once.
What?
You can't have too much shit for a baby. It stresses them out. 3 toys. I'll get you a new one next week.
Okay.
And you cycle it in, and then, because they get bored, but also like overstimulated. It sounds like a lot, but it's like, that's how it was in the old days, right? You had he's got a wooden xylophone. He loves this thing. It's a llama that's got a xylophone and hits some things. And then sadly you see of course the kid's going to shut up with an iPad in front of him. You're also sucking out his happiness.
Yeah.
And you can't replace it fast enough.
You can't. I know, it's so sad.
And people get triggered because they're addicted too.
Right.
But if you're an adult, we can talk about it. A child doesn't know any better. You wouldn't put a stack of brownies in front of them all day.
No, then they'd be craving sugar for the rest of their life.
Yeah, it's wild. And he'll like come after it. We don't let him touch our phone. And we try not to be on our phone near him, but like, come on, you're still going to do some things. But yeah, anyway, that's side tangent.
No, I mean, I think that's very relevant. Yeah. I mean, and also the blue light from the screen alone is not good for their little skin. Yeah, it's not good.
Sugar. It's all sugar.
It's all sugar. I know.
It is. Same thing. Yeah. Same thing.
Well, I think we covered pretty much all of it. And then
Keep kids in a cave.
Yep.
Don't let them
Do you
come
do
out.
this every episode, or am I like? Was this tailored for me, or is this just your?
I just picked this particular topic for you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this
that's
is
sweet.
This is what, episode 99?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
Yeah,
Oh, I couldn't have done
you
100.
almost got to 100. I
Wow.
know. If you had been here next week.
How good! Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Most podcasts quit after 7 episodes.
That's what our producer was saying, something like that.
yeah.
No,
99 is a huge success.
I don't even care what happens, honestly, with this. I just love doing it so much.
Most podcasts should quit before 7 episodes.
Yeah, that's probably true too.
I've done some that never even aired. They never made it to my episode.
Really?
And I'm
Oh,
like,
man,
okay.
that
But
sucks.
no, that's good for you guys.
Yeah, we have a good time. And I'm an esthetician for over 25 years, so it works out.
Amazing. Yeah.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us today.
I really appreciate it. This was a
Yeah.
nice dessert to my little trip here.
Oh, that's a nice way to put it. I like
I
that.
feel like I saw you guys last at maybe Flights,
oh my
Yeah,
God.
which I
Yeah.
love that place.
I love that place
It's
too.
so much
I
fun.
always have a good set. Maybe I'm,
It's in El
I only
Segundo.
like, if I have a good set, oh, the wings are great here.
Yeah.
But you work them there, you work their attention, you get the first row and then you try
Mm-hmm.
to heckle, shut the guy at the back and you pull them in. But like, it's always a fun little spot.
It is fun.
Yeah, I never give up there. It's like if they don't if it's not getting like a reception like at the beginning, whatever, I just know that I keep doing it, and it's always fun.
Yeah.
It always ends up people end up breaking. You end up like kind of cutting loose.
And they give you enough time to get to that point.
Yeah.
Totally.
Where you're not doing like a 5-minute set where you're like, oh, you
Yeah,
ruined it in
yeah,
minute
yeah.
2. I can't get you back.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're fun. People that hang out in El Segundo are pretty cool.
I'll drive anywhere to get a decent crowd.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Airplanes and El Segundo and comedy's good. Yeah.
By the
We sat
way,
on
I
Southwest
have
on the way back.
they pay you in these like flight bucks. I've got a stack of them at home in Nashville.
Oh, really?
I never
Oh my
used
God,
them.
that's
I'm
so
always
funny.
like, I'll use them next time.
He's
I'm
talking
like,
about the coupons they pay us with.
yeah, they pay you in these little flight buck coupons.
I know.
Yeah.
Now we're vegan, so we can't eat anything.
I know,
there.
and I'm always like, I'm not trying to eat at 10 p.m., but I'm like, one of these days I'm going to be driving by the airport and I'm going to cash. I'm going to give it all.
Oh my God, yeah.
Just throw down a fat
Inflation,
stack.
it's worth nothing. I'm like, all right, but like, I'm always like, you can't tip in that. You have to tip in real cash.
Yeah, you got to tip your
That's where they
your
get you.
money.
Yeah. I'll take all your chicken tenders. They just leave town. I wanted to, can I ask,
Yes,
Dave?
you please do.
Okay, I've been wanting to ask you all day, where can people find you on social medias?
Yeah.
D Neals is my Instagram, DNEALZ, or just search Dave Neal. And then my podcast, Rush Hour, twice a day. It's just a morning commute and afternoon commute podcast.
I love that.
So 25 minutes, all of pop culture, political, just I put it all into one. And I do that. I just do that kind of nonstop. It's kind of a new, started that a few years ago, but it's been kind of a different style. So
Yeah.
just me kind of ranting on the news.
Dave's good at talking, so you should definitely subscribe to his podcast right after you push subscribe on mine. And then you can go.
Well, my
subscribe.
wife loves it because she's an introvert, right? So like I just burn it all off. And then she's like,
Nice.
and then I'm not bothering her. Like, did you hear about the wombat girl? You know. But then like on the walk, I'll give her like the good stuff. I'm like, yeah, no, that story wasn't good, but this one, yeah. And I just I just look at TikTok, and then I'll just like if I see an interesting clip, I like share it and talk about it. So it's
Isn't technology amazing?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm so happy it's here.
Me too. I think it'll stick around for a bit.
It's not a fad.
Well, we met like so long ago. Podcasting wasn't really a thing.
No,
maybe it was like a niche thing,
but like
it
it
was
wasn't like yeah.
podcast. Like you wouldn't give it a credit. I remember when the first time someone used a podcast as a credit, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
what? And now I can draw more than someone who's done Conan 5 times because that just doesn't matter.
No, that's true.
This is a higher bandwidth of like connectability to somebody.
I like to just say it so that people will tune into it.
Yeah.
For no other reason, not to brag about it, but just so like people know the name of my
Find us.
podcast. Yeah. What'd you say?
Just find us.
Just find us,
We're in the
please.
abyss. No, but this is a great niche to like be your comedy adjacent. You know, you're a comic who talks about something else, which is like what I always tell people to do. Like find something you love talking about. You're going to
Yeah.
need to love it and be an expert at it. And then bring all that stuff you learned in comedy and be interesting.
I resisted it for a very long time because I was just like, I didn't want to be known for skincare.
Now look at you.
Now look at me. I'm still known
Yeah,
for skincare.
I didn't know that. I knew you looked young, but I didn't know that was you were an esthetician. I didn't know you had this background.
Yeah. I know. I probably didn't even mention it last time I talked to you.
Now you had like bits about being older than you looked.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Right.
which is always great. It's great when you can like say your age and you get an applause.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm 39. You're like, what do you want? What do you want? I'm like, when I'm 49, you're gonna be like, maybe.
Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it was so great to see you, and enjoy your red eye back today.
Thank you.
Oh man, I don't envy you.
Middle seat, that middle seat love.
Oh my God, that's right. All right.
Be nice and toasty between those Samoans.
Get a little alprazolam in your system and you think you'll be okay.
We'll do.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week. This will probably be out, I think, next Wednesday.
Amazing. And congrats in advance on number 100.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I know.
Yeah.
Who's our guest? I can't even remember. Oh, I know who it is. Okay. All right. Well, should we say it?
Nah, it doesn't matter.
All right, it doesn't matter. Okay, now
Yeah.
you guys will find
Tune in
out.
to find out.
Yeah, tune in to find
exactly.
out. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.